Hello, hello, hello. You have tuned in to Put a Pin in It Conversations with Elisa. And I am so glad that you have decided to come and let's chat a little bit concerning what has been going on in social media on this week. Lord have mercy. I supposed to go live. Catch me here every Tuesday at 7:30 p.m. I have not been going live because I think the last time I went live, I did a vision board, and I have to show you the end result of what I made for that. I'm going to take a picture and I'm going to give it to you guys. Um, I am excited about it. My next 9 months is about to be phenomenal. Those of you that did it with me, I hope that you feel the same way because we're going to do some great things in 2024. As you can see, I changed my backdrop. That's only the beginning of Put a Pin in It. Okay. Again, I want to thank you for joining. We are live on Instagram, YouTube, and Facebook. And I'm going to give people a little bit of time to come through because last night I was supposed to come live, but I ate some food. And you know how we do when we eat. I ate some food and I got a little sleepy. And I said, so I don't need to come live when I'm this drowsy. So I'm just gonna put it off and we're gonna hang together on Friday because guess what? Teachers, I want to applaud you all. You made it to Thanksgiving break. After Thanksgiving break is Christmas break. After Christmas break is winter break. Then after winter break is spring break. Then after spring break, school is kaput. We are off for the summer. So I am glad and I am happy about that. Um, I'm waiting for. Hold on. Let me. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Hey, wait. I gotta make sure because I didn't tell anybody I was live. So I'm just gonna wait a little bit. But anyway, while I'm waiting, I want to talk about this season. Okay, it is the supposed to be the giving season, the Christmas season, Thanksgiving season, whatever you want to call it. But it is also a scamming season. Okay, I want to bring up something that happened to me this week so that you can have your spidey senses or whatever, or put a pin in it, what I'm about to say. So if this happens to you, you will know what you need to do. Okay. So I got an email concerning Geek Squad. First of all, I don't have Geek Squad. That's number one. But I remember when my daughter, I got her a computer for Christmas, a gaming computer for Christmas, and then all of a sudden it stopped working. And so I was like, well, let's go to Best Buy and let's see if they can fix it. So they told me that it would have been like $400 or something for me to get a part of Geek Squad. And when they told me that, I said, thank you for your services, but no, thank you. So when I got this email, I was like, well, maybe this is something that I signed up for. I just don't remember. But they told me that $738 was going to be coming out of my account. And I need to, if I wanted to cancel it, they gave me a number at the bottom. So, of course, I'm thinking, I don't want 700 and something dollars to come out of my account. So let me just call the number. So I called the number, okay, and of course, I always get teed off when I call somewhere in the United States and somebody foreign answers the phone. I always get teed off. I don't know why, because it happens more times than none, but I got a little teed off. And when I started talking to them, they were like, they immediately asked me, did I want to cancel? They didn't even ask me, why did I want to discontinue the service? So that was a red flag for me already. And so, being that I was at school having this conversation, I was on my school's web browser. And at the school they don't let you go to different websites and stuff like that. So when he started telling me, I got to go to this secret browser and all of these things, I was like, okay. So at first I was doing it. Like he was like, type this in. Are you by computer? Type this in or whatever. I was like, okay, go ahead, whatever. I'm just trying to see what this is about. And when I hit the search for it to go to the website, the browser was halted by my school. I didn't tell him this, but I was like, okay, wait a minute, sir. I said, now, why am I doing all of this to cancel something? Why do I have to download this and go through this and do all of these things? I said, I'm just going to go in person and try to cancel this. And when I said that, he got irate. He was like, well, this is the way it's supposed to be done. And, nobody's trying to. And so when he did it, I just said, click. So there's no telling what would have happened if I would have just succumbed to what he was saying. So male and female, especially females, because we're a little bit of naive, vulnerable, whatever you want to say, and we want to have our business in order. So when he was talking, I immediately was like, okay, let me get this done. But then again, my senses went up and said, this don't make no sense. And so when you get that intuition that this don't make no sense, you need to just hang up. You need to just hang up. All right. So moving on, my first topic of discussion is going to be my boy, Draymond Green. Okay, if you are a Warriors fan, you know about Draymond Green. You know about his antics. You know that he always get technical fouls. He always get ejected from games and stuff like that. But this last ejection caused me to think Draymond needs a mental eval, because I don't understand what was going through his mind when he did this. Watch this.
First 2 minutes. And then look at Klay Thompson and McDaniels. What is going on with that? Wow. You've got a full-on fracas going on. Draymond came in not doing that. This ain't that. Klay and McDaniels going at it here, and then all of a sudden Gobert comes in, and Draymond's like, no.
Yeah, it's
chill out.
And then Draymond, he headlocked Gobert there. So,
all right. So Draymond. This wasn't, mind you, this was the beginning of the game. This was not the fourth quarter. This was not, this was the beginning of the game. This was not like the fourth quarter. This was the beginning. Okay. This was not. So nobody has scored anything. No points have been scored. So they were already chippy at the beginning of the game. And Rudy Gobert was trying to separate Klay Thompson from the other player. And when he did that, I guess Draymond thought that he was trying to come after Klay Thompson. And he headlocked him and would not let him go in a basketball game. And so I'm looking at this. I'm like, okay, what is going on with Draymond? And then he releases a statement saying, I'm Draymond. Y'all can't teach me how to be me. Y'all always say that I need to do this and I need to do that. I'm just going to be Draymond until the day I die, is really what he was saying. And I did some research. Well, somebody else did some research. I just pulled it up. And Draymond's career consists of all of this. He has 4 career suspensions, 171 technical fouls, 20 flagrant fouls, 19 ejections that comes up to $1.4 million in fines. That is ridiculous. That is ridiculous. We're talking about you're supposed to be a professional, okay? And he got suspended for 5 games, but I don't feel like that is going to make him feel that. I saw somebody say something about 15 suspensions, 15 games or whatever, so I had posted that first, but that wasn't true. He only got suspended 5 games. And he's already popping off saying, I guess he's in his mind, if he did it before, he'll do it again. Same Draymond right now. Same Draymond back then. So he's going to keep doing it unless they really bring down the hammer. And I think that there's really got to be something going on for you to just be headlocking people. And he stomped Sabonis last year in the chest. It's a lot going on. Okay, it's a lot going on. But we're going to be making sure or putting a pin in watching him because this is ridiculous. I don't think that 5 games was enough. If you think it was, put 1. If you think it wasn't, put 2. All right, my next story. LSU. Okay, I came down hard on LSU because they lost their first game. But then they've been on a winning streak. But something is going on in the camp. Hello, Jermaine. I'm glad you made it. I just really started talking because I was yapping in the beginning for y'all to come on. Please like and share. Something is going on in the camp with LSU because Coach Mulkey benched Angel Reese this last game. Some are speculating it's because of her grades. Some are speculating because she's been disrespectful to the coach. One thing I think that the NIL is doing to these kids is making them feel like that they're above reproach. You got a college student making millions of dollars. Okay. I think that they should get the money. I do because it is because of them that we're watching the sport. But I really feel like it waters them because we watch college ball because they have so much heart, right? They're playing so hard. But you can tell that because of the NIL, that is changing. I mean, look at Angel Reese. She played so hard last year. I'm not saying she's not playing hard this year, but she's not playing as hard. We have to be really honest about that. Okay. She's not playing as hard because she feels like she has made it. And then the moms are beefing. Okay. This is Angel Reese's mom. She tweeted, "Folks, please do not send me long text messages with a bunch of grammatical errors. It gives me a headache. How do I know you said what you said if I can't understand what you're saying?" So Angel Reese's mom wrote that. She is responding to this. Flauge's mom wrote this. She said, "You definitely know about grammar errors when your daughter got a 2.0 or less GPA." Jesus. Listen at this. These mamas ought to be ashamed of themselves. This is in the internet. And in fact, when writing your smart message, you didn't capitalize nor did you use any periods. Stop being petty, fake, and hateful and take responsibility for you and your daughter's actions. You're just as responsible. You raised her that way. Nobody give a damn who you think you are since you came up off another's brand. Okay? Just like God gave it to you, he will take it right away. Always stay humble and never forget who made you and where you came from. All right. So evidently there's something going on with LSU. And my Instagram went out because the computer that I was using just died. So I'm sorry, Instagram. You guys are not no longer in the chat. But something is going on with LSU. We don't know exactly what it is, but something is going on with them, and we hope that they get it together. I said that I don't believe that they're going to make it to the playoffs. I think somebody, and I meant tournament, but I think when I said that, people thought I meant they're not going to win any games. Of course, they're going to win games. They just had a freshman to score 42 points. But if they don't get this together, it's going to spill over into what they got going on. And no, they're not going to make it to the Final Four. And I still stand on that because I think that their off season is going to show that they didn't work as hard as everybody else did. Anyway, so with that being said, I got to talk about my girl. I'm sorry, Caitlin Clark. They lost last night, really bad, to a no name team. Well, this team has beaten them. They beat them last year and this year. So I guess they got Caitlin Clark's number. I guess they do because Caitlin Clark they shut her down. So if you want to be our, all you have to do is beat Caitlin Clark because she don't have no help over there. That doesn't take away from how good she is. The girl is good. She is really good. But they lost. Okay? All right. So this is what has been floating around the internet, and I want to talk about it. Just a little piece. And then I'm gonna go. All right, this is what I want to talk about. Cassie and P. Diddy. Cassie has filed a lawsuit against P. Diddy. We already know what the deal is. She's charging him for um a plethora of things. What's up, Claude? She's charging him for rape. She's charging him for sex track. She's she's filing a complaint. I ain't gonna say charging. She's filing a complaint for rape. She's filing a complaint for a whole lot of stuff. Okay. Um, and a lot of people are saying, we can't take sides. Um, there are things that we don't know, and I agree with that. There's always three sides to every story. Diddy side, Cassie side, and the truth, right? But what we do know is this right here. Okay. There's a lot of arrows that point back to P. Diddy. Okay. That just not have connected. Um, Kim, Al B. Sure, Tupac, Biggie. I got Carisha up there because that's his girlfriend now. Even little things that has happened between them two shows a pattern. Okay. So I'm just gonna say what the pattern I think is, and it can just go from there. This is what I think. Okay. People like P. Diddy, I look at him, and even out of all the accomplishments that he has made, I still feel like he's incomplete. Okay. And a man that is incomplete always have to compensate for trying to look like they're complete. Right? I feel like there are some things that Diddy did to get on top that he's not proud of, and that's why I showed all those other pictures of Tupac, of Biggie, because there is no way with all the technology that we have today. I ain't talking about back then. All the technology that we have today, there is no way that we still don't know who murdered for sure. Not speculation. We still don't know for sure who was involved in this murder. We st- it don't make sense. The same way it don't make sense with today takeoff. We don't know for sure who murdered him. And the only time that this happens is when the cops are dirty, right? And they have ties with people that are, you know, like they said, the Prince family had a hand in Takeoff's murder. That's what they say. But the Prince family is like a principality over that area. And so all of a sudden, it just goes away. Don't make sense. Okay. And we already know that the LAPD is mm-mm. We already know about them. So it's just a lot of arrows. And so I was talking to somebody today. I said, I just feel like that this is just a smoke and mirror for them to pull all of this together as it relates to what happened back in the 90s. I think they are closing in. I don't know why it took so long. I don't even think the bigger picture, I think, is that. I don't even think it has anything to do with Cassie. That's what I think. That's what I think. Because in the beginning of there was an interview out of Biggie's mom saying that she believed, that he was set up. There's a lot of videos out about Biggie saying that, he wasn't even supposed to be in LA, he was supposed to be in London and all these kind of things like that. Okay. And everybody that was a part of Uptown Records that is dead. Everybody. So and it's just a lot going on. And I'm not saying because these women that get with these men that are incomplete. People like R. Kelly, people like P. Diddy, people like who else I can say that I think mm, there's more. It's just not coming to my mind right now. But they get with these men and they have money, they flash them money, they do all of these things, and you take the money. But within taking the money, you're paying a price, right? And so people are like, well, if you shouldn't be suing, you should be trying to get justice. Well, I used to think that way until I followed the Alex Murdaugh trial. Okay, Alex Murdaugh murdered his allegedly. Anyway, but we know he did it. Allegedly, he murdered his housekeeper, but they don't have evidence, like concrete evidence that will put him away. Our justice system is so flawed that even if you know that the person did it, without a shadow of a doubt, we know that Alex Murdaugh, you know, murdered all the, we know this. But if you in the court of law, if you don't have the evidence, they are going to walk. So when in cases like that, you have to file a civil suit because you're going to get nothing. They're going to walk away free and you're going to get nothing. So the families now are going through civil suit against Alex Murdaugh instead of another crime, a criminal investigation because they don't have any evidence. So they can't get anything that way, and he's already in prison. So you might as well just get the money. So the stuff that she is alleging that he's done, I mean, she can say it and the damage is done because it's like 35 pages long. She can say it, but how would you prove that? How would you prove it? She don't have the bruises anymore. Um, Tapes that were that could or whatever, I'm pretty sure those tapes are gone. You can't prove it. Not unless people come forward and be like, okay, yeah, I remember seeing that. But even that is word of mouth. So civil suit it is. I just don't. But like I said, I really don't think that, I think the bigger picture is those two murders. And Al B. Sure tweeted something saying that y'all not ready to hear from me. So he's alleging that something happened to him. And y'all know Al B. Sure went into a coma after, I guess, him and Kim or what, I don't know. But anyway, it's a lot, you know. But like I said, I feel like that when it comes to dealing with men that are not complete, I can almost assure that there was abuse. Um, but I can see how everybody's like, well, why is she waiting so long now? Well, it's a tricky situation. Just like I didn't want to believe that Bill Cosby did what he did because that's Bill Cosby. You know what I'm saying? But Bill Cosby's so old, he freaking like admitted that he did it. Like, I mean, and he was like, we all was doing that back then. So why am I getting in trouble for it? We all, was doing that back in the day. So why all of a sudden now I'm getting pinned for it? So in so many words, Bill Cosby thought it was okay because that's what they was doing, right? Anyway, I just feel for her and I pray that, justice be served. I'm not on anybody's side. Um, but I do feel like that even if Diddy is not directly involved in the Tupac and Biggie's murder, he knows. And for him not to even, I don't even remember, did they even question him? I don't even know. But I'm just saying, y'all, it's a lot going on. And this has taught me, I don't really look up to Diddy anyway. I mean, but it has taught me a lot of things. It has taught me that you just have to wait for the evidence for one, okay? Um this and the Alex Murdaugh trial taught me that people in power have a lot of leeway because the way the investigation went for his trial was ridiculous. And it only went that way because of who he was. Okay? Because of the stature and the status that he had in that town, they didn't follow any protocols. None whatsoever. And so I'm not saying that that happened with Diddy. Well, I am kind of saying it. It it when it comes to when you got money, you can make stuff go away and make it go away pretty quickly. Okay, and she's not a broke woman. Delightful D said, I do not like when folk ask the question, why now? When you have never walked in a person's shoes, you will never know their journey. Right. And in the beginning of the civil suit, it said when he accepted an award not too long ago, and he said, "Oh, and I would like to thank Cassie for walking with me through my darkest times." And they kind of said that that kind of triggered her. Okay. And after that, I guess she started, hey, that's the last time you gonna S on me. and and she almost missed the deadline for her to file. They said that she had a year after or whatever her deadline, and she filed it 5 years from the day that Kim, his baby mama, died. And there are speculations that he was kind of indirectly or directly involved in her death, indirectly or directly involved in Albie Shore going into a coma. It's a lot going on. And I just don't. And so I had Carisha on here too in one of these pictures because I've been watching. I haven't been watching her, but since this came out, I kind of went and kind of watched a little bit of her, how she was before she met him and how she is now. And there was a little bit of time to where I saw where she was like, "Well, we're not together no more." And then all of a sudden, she was like, "We're back together." And Carisha is not a child, but she is childlike. And Diddy is older than her daddy. Okay, so Cassie was 19 when she met him. They didn't start engaging in, they said, in sexual acts until she was like 20 something. But she was 19 when she met him. And so I'm seeing a pattern with Diddy. He likes younger women. And a man that is older than me, I don't understand what you got in common with a 20. I just don't get it. I don't understand what you have in common with a 20-year-old, not a not a 20 mature year old. Now that's different. This girl is not she is like not mature. She's like a high school girl or something like that. I could see if it was somebody that, because you have older women that go with younger men and stuff like that, but it's usually a younger man that is more mature than what their age says or whatever like that. But I don't see the matching unless he can control. And like I said, most men that are not complete, they overcompensate. And I haven't seen Diddy in person, but he looked like he got the short man complex. He don't look tall. Um, Dark skin is in, but he got some things about him that and he's a freaky man. Like he like to pee on people and all. Listen, y'all, it's just a lot going on. It's a lot going on, and I don't like when people say what take people so long as well. Because I've been abused, and I just don't. Sometimes, how can I say this? I've been abused, and I know what to look for in an abuser. So therefore, when it comes to my abuser who's still alive, you know, still in my, one of my family members and stuff like that, still alive. And he wasn't the only one, but I always say him because I know that he was the culprit to everybody else. That my other abusers, they were just doing what was done to them. And so my thing is, it it's a lot. It's a lot to swallow. But I'm not going to say that because she slapped $30 million on her lawsuit that she's not credible. I'm not saying that because, like I said, when I saw in the Alex Murdaugh trial, they said that's what they had to do. Um, $30 million is not. Diddy has $30 million. Um, and I'm not gonna say that she's not credible because she did that. It's probably something that her lawyers had her to do, you know. And I don't know. It was just so graphic, so detailed. It's 35 pages of a lot of crap. It's a lot of stuff, like prostitutes and it's a lot. Anyway, y'all, we just gonna put a pin in this, just like we putting a pin in my guy. It's like what's his name? Majors. He came out, then went back. So I want to talk about him, but I'm still waiting on his trial date. So they already done pushed that back again. So we're waiting on Majors. So we're gonna put a pin in this. We're gonna put a pin in Cassie's case. Trying to see what's going on. We're gonna keep tracking LSU, see what's going on with them because there's trouble in that camp. I hate that though. I hate that for the kids. But Angel Reese, she got to get her head in the game for real because if not, it's gonna spill over into what they got going on. And they had a good thing last year, but I really think South Carolina gonna take it all. But anyway, I'm rambling now. Before I go, um, I really want to dedicate this live to Essie Lane. Essie Lane, she was a phenomenal person. Um, and she passed away this week. And they asked for people, if you would, you don't have to, but people, if you would help her kids because she's no longer with us. It's Cash App the dollar sign Essie's Kids, ESSIESKIDS. If you would please donate whatever you can. This is the holiday season. Losing someone in the holiday season is always something that makes holidays hard to deal with as you have to deal with it when they're not here. Um, the first 3 or 4 years, I would say, well, it was like 5 or 6 for me when it came to my mom. First 5 or 6 years are the hardest, but it gets better. Last year for me was really hard when it came to Thanksgiving. Oh my gosh, I don't know what was going on with me last year.
2 minutes.
Oh, I don't know what was going on with me last year, but I just was really down and was like, "Oh my god, I miss my parents so bad." It was really bad. Um so this year I am going out of town um because we're off next week. I'm going to go out of town. I'm going to go to the spa, get myself zenned out so when I come back I can celebrate Thanksgiving with a smile. Last year I had to hold it together. I was about to cry every chance. I was looking at everybody like, I know y'all treat me like family, but I miss my mama and my daddy. And this is not good. This is not cool for me. I don't even want to be around nobody. I just want to be in the bed. So I can imagine what they're going through. And if you want to donate, it's Essie's ESSIES Kids KIDS. And I'm pretty sure her funeral will be soon. But I just want to dedicate Essie. She always had a smile. She was always I loved her. She loved my family. I didn't even know she knew my mom and my grandma, but she knew them for real because of the things that she said. I said, "Oh yeah, she know my family for real." And she was just a light. And when people pass away from here, I just I feel like that they're in a better place. So we thank God that she left her mark on the earth. That's what we all want to do. We want to make sure, that people they will always have good things to say about us versus saying that we was messy and all these things like that. They will say, Lisa always smiled or Essie always, she made me laugh. She was very funny. So that's what we want. We want to leave some type of legacy that people will remember us by. And let's continue to keep Bishop Carlton Pearson's family in prayer. He's still with us, but we know that I'm not a person that when I know that I stopped being like this after my daddy passed. Um, when you know that they're transitioning, but people still say, you know, God is going to heal. I don't, I have a, can I just be honest? I want people to stop doing that. I mean, I know that God can heal. I know that. But when you know that the person has is at peace and the person knows that they are transitioning, like Bishop Pearson's wife posted, she said, please let him go because he's at peace. And I think a lot of times that's how people get angry, because they believe that this is, God is going to, but I believe God to heal my mama. I believe God to heal my dad, and he didn't do it. And I'm angry. But when you see that that person is at peace and they want to leave, let them go. And them leaving, I think, is best. Their quality of life is not what it would be if they stayed. So just like we put animals down when um they can no longer function like they used to. I'm not saying put a human down, but I'm just saying we need to let people go. And the more that they feel that people are going to be okay that was in their life, that's when they'll feel the release to go. Because I know that's what happened with my dad. My dad was holding on until he heard my voice. And when he heard my voice and I told him that I loved him, they said as soon as I hung up the phone, he passed away. So people hang on. They do. They hang on until they know that the people that they care about are going to be okay and that they are okay with them passing. So we're praying and we are going to put a pin in these cases. Cassie's case, we're going to be watching LSU. Jermaine said, yes, my brother did the same with me. Yep, that's what they do. It's hard, but transitioning is hard too. I've seen um some people when they was in that stage of transitioning, you can tell they're in a lot of pain. And so, yeah. But anyway, because you're passing from this life to another life. But I just I just really, really want us to follow this case with Diddy and Cassie. And remember what I said. Because there have been times that I've said stuff Give me my credit. There have been times that I have said things and it happened that way. Whether y'all be like, you know what, Lisa, you crazy, you crazy. Like I said, LSU is not going to make it to the tournament. People was saying that I'm crazy. But look what's happening. They got trouble in the camp. Didn't know they had trouble in the camp, did you? I didn't either until it came out. And where there's trouble in the camp, that means they beefing. That means that Flauge and Angel Reese is, because if the mom's beefing, that means the kids is beefing too. So put a pin in that. They are not making the tournament. I want them to, but they ain't gonna make it. I really want South Carolina to win it all because Coach Dawn, she is the GOAT of coaches in women basketball. Um, and we're going to put a pin in Cassie and Diddy's case. Watch what I say. It's going to tie back to them murders. I'm telling you, y'all. If they locked up Bill Cosby, the father of all fathers of television, they coming for Diddy. They coming for him. I it's crazy. And then we say, they're tearing down our black men. Y'all, if they won't doing nothing, there will be nothing to tear down. I don't understand. I really don't understand. Okay. And then you have the Will Smith and Dwayne um case, right? I really don't care what Will Smith prefers. I really don't. I don't care. What I care about when it comes to Will Smith and his wife, I almost said bald headed wife, his ex wife, is they had all this time to be real with us. And I just feel like they've been faking the whole time. Do they owe us an explanation? No, they don't. But when we looking at y'all sideways now, don't be looking at us like we sideways. Because you made us look sideways at you. What's up, Bernetta? You made us look at you like that. We esteemed the Smiths high, right? Black love. And now y'all gonna tell us y'all been separated since 2005? Man, please stop. Maybe 2015. Whatever it was a long time ago. So my thing is, why y'all getting mad at us because we looking at y'all with a side eye now? Like we ain't believe nothing that's coming out your mouth no more. No, I ain't buying your book because you done told me everything I need to know. I don't want no. I want to. You know what I want to book from? I want to book from Little Kim because she was in Bad Boy Records too. I want to book from her. I want to book from Mary J. Blige. I want to book from all these people that don't really talk that much. Tell us something, you know, man. And then Remy Ma did what she did with Papoose. It's just a lot going on, y'all. We do 2023 is not ending well. It's just not ending well. It's going out with a bang. It really is. But like I said, I don't feel that because Cassie slapped money on her lawsuit that she's discredited. I don't feel that. I just don't. And I looked her up. She's worth $4 to $8 million. So she ain't broke. Like, she ain't broke. I mean, so we just gotta watch it play out. We have to watch it play out and see what's going on. But I feel there's a bigger picture behind it. And I feel like she's working with some people that is behind the bigger picture. That's what my gut is saying. But I could be wrong. But that's what my gut is saying. My gut is saying that they're putting this out here. It's the lies for me too. I was rocking with Jada, but I'm side eyeing it. That's what I'm saying. How are you going to be like this whole time? Then all of a sudden, oh, we ain't together. What you mean y'all ain't together? What you mean y'all been? So you mean to tell me this man slapped somebody else and y'all went to separate homes? Y'all, please. And then they asking her about Will's case. Matter of fact, where is Will? We saw him appear with her one time, but he ain't. He just saying I'm supporting her. Oh my God! Did he get slapped day after Kimber? Yeah. So listen, my cousin in here now. Ironic timing, like I said, Kim Porter, her death was 5 years ago, almost to the date. Um, and her birthday. So it's a it this stuff is coming together. It's coming together, and I hope and I pray that they can come to an agreement. Actually, I don't. I really want the truth to come out. I just really, especially around these deaths. Okay, I I just like I said before, I just don't believe with all the technology that we have today that anybody can get away with anything. The only way they can get away with anything is because they don't want them to get caught. That's the only that's the only way you're going to get away with murder, with anything. They can detect anything they want to. They can go back on phones from you. There you if somebody get away with something, it's because they want you to get away. And I keep referring back to Alex Murdaugh, and that's because y'all, he was about to get away with that until a Snapchat video had his voice pinning him to the kennels at the time of the murder. Had they not had that Snapchat video, he would have walked away. And he knew that because he lied all the way up until when they played that video, he froze like he saw 25 ghosts. But in white fashion, he said, yeah, I lied the whole time. I don't know why I lied, but I lied. Oh, when he said that, I said, you got to be kidding me. You have got to be kidding me. On the stand. I don't know why I lied. I don't know why I lied. Maybe I just thought I didn't want to get I don't know. I just lied. And after that, they had no choice but to put him away. And so now they're trying to give him another trial and saying that, it was too much going on. So that's why I feel like they put this out here, Cassie's case out here, to put a lot of buzz around Diddy, just like they did when they put out that Surviving R. Kelly, to put a buzz around R. Kelly so that the world would start talking and start zeroing in on all of this stuff that's going on with Diddy right now. So when they take him to court, it's gonna be over. That's what they're doing. I know that's what they're doing. Social media today is powerful. It's sharper than any two-edged sword. Yes. He lied because he thought nothing was going to stick. His privilege didn't work that time. Right. That is why he lied. But they held their evidence because they knew if they told him the evidence, she's talking about Alice Murdoch. They knew if they told him what they had, he would calculate to try to get out of it. Because he would when he found out about it, he went back and started retracing his steps, trying to make it add up to the times that they needed it to add up to make it seem like, yeah, I was there, but I really wasn't there. No, you was there. You was there the whole time. Oh my God. But the chilling part for me was when he made that 911 call and he was outside. That was chilling to me. That man had no heart. He had none. Are they really dead? That's what he was saying. No tears coming out his eyes. Anyway, let me get off Alice Murrah. Listen, I was engulfed with that story. Let me get off that because I can talk about that for days. But anyway, so I think the smoke and mirrors around Cassie's case is all leading up to these murders. Biggie and Tupac. I really believe that. I just believe that they're going to start digging and digging and digging because ain't nobody left. Nobody's left from Uptown Records. All them people are dead, ironically. They're not here. And I said earlier, because of y'all just coming on, I said earlier that even with Takeoff, you have the Prince family over there in that area where nobody really knows what happened. And they had video surveillance. And nobody don't know. You have people standing there, his own cousin, no, his own uncle standing there. And nobody don't know what happened. What? You gotta be kidding me. So I'm gonna say this, then I'm gonna go. So the reason why I feel like this is pinning back to that because I followed those videos a long time ago when it came to Biggie and Tupac or whatever like that. And so with the Biggie thing, Biggie was not even supposed to be in Los Angeles the time he was there. He was supposed to be in London. But Diddy convinced him to come to LA, come to this party or whatever they had going on. He really didn't want to go to the party. Biggie didn't, and his mama didn't want him to go to the party. But because all that week, leading up to it, Diddy kept saying, you need to come to the party, you need to come to the party. And so he went, right? And the ironic part about this is they was in separate cars, which I mean, that's not, that ain't nothing to look at, right? But when you are in an entourage, I'm in the military, so when we have convoys, that's what they're called in the military, but here, entourage, and you're following somebody. If we're on a trip and we're following people, if I run the red light, what you doing? You running the red light too, because you don't know where we going. Ain't nobody stopping at no red light if we are together. Right? No, we're not. So what happened in this case is Diddy was in the car before Biggie. He went through the red light, but the person that was in the car with Biggie stopped at the red light. And when they started shooting, instead of him driving off, he put the car in park. Yeah. So that is ironic. And to all of that, there's too much going on. So, and I remember Biggie's mama coming out saying that she feel like that, you know, Diddy has something to do with it. Not saying that he was directly involved in the whatever, but he knows something. And for nobody to have been pinned for this, like really, not I'm talking about not like speculation. So the street code, man, them people, they hold up to that. I can't be in the street because there is no way I'm gonna be doing time for something I know I didn't do. I ain't doing that. So I'm not street cred worthy. I, I ain't made for that. I just ain't. So, you know, those people that are they I can't do that. I'm sorry. But anyway, we're gonna be watching this case. If you want to pull it up, it's public knowledge. It's 35 pages though. Or you could just go watch Pam. If you type it in, Pam, whatever her name is, it'll come right up and you could just watch her talk about it. She read it. I watched her a little bit, and that's how I know some of the stuff. But I'm gonna read it for myself. And when the case comes back to what I think is why they're doing it, we're gonna come back and talk about it. But for right now, um, we gotta wait and see. We gotta wait and see. I don't discredit her though because of her putting um a an amount. Like I said, that's the only way because when you're talking evidence wise in our court system, she would lose. I'm telling you that right now. She would lose because in our justice system, it has to be um unreasonable. I mean, it has to be without a doubt that this happened. Now, her foulness, she may have something that we just don't know. She may have a video, she may have something that we just don't know about, and she's for sure that this is going to stick. But if she don't have any videos, if she don't have any, and back in those days, stuff was a little sketchy when it comes to text messaging and stuff like that. So I know I don't even think I had a phone like that in the 90s. So evidence is going to be scarce. It is. So just getting her story out there and slapping a fee on it, I don't I don't discredit her story because of that. And like I said, I feel like Diddy does a lot of grooming, and we see that with Carisha. He's groomed that girl, and she don't even know it because her mind is childlike. I don't think I've seen him around. I think Kim was a grown woman because they said she fought back, but I don't think I've seen him around any grown thinking women. I haven't. I mean, and some men are like that, but you need to own up to what you are. You need to own up to that. Yes, I like to be in control. Um, I like to, do this and do that. And the women have to take a responsibility in knowing that when you take this money from this man, there is consequences. Well, there are consequences, whatever they may be. So And I think I'm not that much younger than P Diddy, you know, but he would never like settle with somebody like myself or somebody like because nobody would put up with the stuff that he does. Like you ain't peeing on me. You're just that ain't happening. What you talking about? No, I'm not having. No, we're not doing it. And so I think he finds women that need his money, need his fame, um, all of those things. And Young Miami, she acts like she's a hard person, but I see right through that. She's not. She is not. She's not a hard person. She is childlike, and I would not be surprised. I won't be surprised if she already don't have a story. So it is what it is. And she always popping off at the mouth. So she ain't said nothing in Twitter these last 24 hours. Not about this. So you have to look at all of those things, all of the patterns. He definitely has a pattern. Um, he definitely has a type. So it is what it is. I just hope that people are speculating that he did something with Kim Porter. He's responsible for her death, but I don't know. I don't know that. They said she died of pneumonia, um, which was out of the blue, but we don't know unless they dig that case back up. We don't know. So, like I said, I feel like this is a blow up for something else. I think this is to get people attention, and then they're gonna roll it over into something else. That's what I think. So we're gonna put a pin in it, and I'm about to go watch the Lakers lose. I will be back on. We're gonna do a game night on Friday. We're gonna do a game next Friday. We're gonna do a game night. Please come back next Friday. I'm gonna have prizes. I'm gonna advertise this next week. Reason why I'm not going live Tuesday is because Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday I'm gonna be off the grid, zenning myself out, um, taking advantage of this break that I have from school so that I can come back refreshed and all of those things. But next Friday, I want to hang out with you and we are going to have game night. So be ready to have fun and be ready to win prizes. Okay. I love y'all and I will see you next Friday. Okay. Goodbye.